Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to focus on a small use case related to knowledge articles. So when we talk about knowledge articles, there is a field on the form that says valid to date, which is usually when you select, let's say I want to select a knowledge base from here. So let me select IT. So this gets uh, populated by default as this date, which is quite far from here. I'm not sure if this article would exist by then. Several people would make, the knowledge managers would make an update to the article if it is something which is very relevant to the organization and to certain groups of people in the company. So, what's the best way to set a default value of, let's say, after 1 year or after 2 years? Uh, there is actually a hidden gem when we talk about populating this field value. How come it is getting populated as 1st of Jan 2100? So that's the first question. So to take a look at that, let me go to the knowledge base list. There's actually a field on the knowledge base form. The name of the field is article validity. So if I want to, let's say by default, set my article to expire after 1 year based on the valid to date, then this is the field that I need to set up. So let's say I save article validity as 365 days for the IT knowledge base, and if I try to create a knowledge article now, so by default this valid to field is empty. There's no knowledge base, so this works on the basis of a knowledge base, so I have to select one. So let's say I selected customer service knowledge base. So if you remember, the article validity field was empty when we talk about the customer service. So if it is empty, ServiceNow populates a default value, which is a date after decades. Now let me select the IT knowledge base where I had set the value. So you can see today is 7th of November 2022 and the date now is populated as 7th November 2023. So this is how we can set the date of our article to be expired. Let's say somewhere near in the future, maybe based on the client's requirement, it can be 1 year or maybe it can be 2 years. Now, let's say we already have some knowledge bases in the system and this is not set up yet. So what we can do is, let me go to the knowledge base back again. So whatever number of knowledge bases are visible in this particular list, one way is to update the list manually. If this is a very big list, which I assume it won't happen for any of the organization to have a list of 1,000 knowledge bases. That is very rare. I haven't seen actually so far. So this thing for the limited knowledge articles, or sorry, knowledge bases can be updated manually by double clicking here and doing. Let's say I want to expire my knowledge articles after 1 year, so I can update it here. Let's ignore this for now. So all these knowledge bases, if I create a knowledge article on any one of them, it will set the valid to date after 1 year. Now what about the new knowledge bases which are going to get created? I don't want to keep updating this manually. So what I can do is, I can create a business rule, a new business rule, which will help me update this article validity field so that I don't have to do this manually. That's it. Now let's give it a name, set article validity. Uh, let's mark it as advanced. I want to do this before insert because I want to take care of the existing knowledge bases. Then I want to set a field over here. The name of my field is article validity and I want to set this to a value of 365 and I can simply submit this. Now if I go back to my knowledge base list and if I try to create a new one, so I just gave a name of demo KB, and let's make system administrator the owner of this knowledge base. If I submit it, uh, you can observe that the article validity is by default set, and if I try to create a new article on the knowledge base that I just created, it still works because I had set up that business rule so that the valid to date populates by default. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching.